After all this time away spent entertaining the masses, 21 Pilots are out from under the control of DEMA, and we're back in the world of Wait, I'm completely missing something. This ensemble... Hang on. I don't have red tape, so we're just gonna take the first red object I could find on my desk. Boom, we're back in trench, baby. Hey neighbor, welcome back to Beyond ARTV. My name is John. It's time to talk about the new 21 Pilots single, the first from their upcoming album, Clancy, that the fans have been speculating about for a long time, and it turns out they were right, even about the track listing, the release date, the name of the first single, everything. Internet sleuthing for clues is something that this clique does better than any other fan base, and I don't know if that's a compliment or if it's a comment about your obsession over a duo. Regardless, the fans figured out the details. This is the new album cover. Thanks, I hate it. Does this not look like some sort of SoundCloud reject from 2017? It looks awful. Tyler, Clancy, this album, it's been a decade in the making, all the lore, and this is what you've come up with. Go off, King, you do you on the design, not for me, but Paul Meany has returned to co-produce the new album Clancy alongside Tyler Joseph, once again taking us back to the world of Trench, which I think is by leaps and bounds their best full album. It's definitely their most graceful, well-spoken, mature. It has the best blend of their alternative rock stylings that they kind of picked up on as Tyler Joseph learned more on bass and eventually with Scallon and Icy guitar. I was starting to think that a return to Trench, or rather a companion album, a follow-up, was just a pipe dream, but throughout the Scallon and Icy process, just from the fact that the album title is an anagram for Clancy is Dead, and of course the live stream experience giving a lot of clues as to how DEMA was controlling Tyler Joseph and Josh Dun, I kept holding out hope. I let the flame burn within, and that simmer has eventually turned into a roar. It paid off for the return, but this return is not quite what I had hoped for. Are my stripes 300 tracks and my Adidas track jacket? Before we get into the music video or start talking about the song itself, I just wanted to say that it's starting to feel like with 21 Pilots what I feel with Coheed and Cambria and all of these other bands that just lore dump. Like, would Overcompensate make sense to a non-21 Pilots fan, just to a casual, or anyone who is just listening to them for the first time and doesn't know or care about all the lore? I'm not so sure that it functions as its own thing. Overcompensate starts off strongly enough. It has a big racing intro. The synths in there just feel like we're building up to something cinematic, epic, almost like Jumpsuit, and we get a little bit of an interpolation of the lyrics of Bandito, Welcome Back to Trench. It feels huge, but it takes a minute and 40 seconds to even get vocals from Tyler. Once we finally get past the long-winded intro, this song just goes off the rails. I can't stand the structure of the track, and that's not to say that there aren't good elements to be harvested here, but I just think it feels a little too all over the place. The blueprint is messy, the lyrics feel redundant and haphazard, and I don't really care for the fact that Tyler Joseph sounds so incredibly processed. His vocals don't even really fully sound like him. It might be a weird complaint to pull out, but I do think it's true considering the fact that we have that weakness, but in a strength, I do think that the mixing is solid enough. I don't necessarily have a complaint there, other than the fact that it just feels a little bit safe and plastic. Fans are obviously losing their mind, and I'm not trying to rain on anyone's parade here. I just feel like, yeah, we're all excited to be back with 21 Pilots and back to a world where they're not being marketed and controlled or whatever for the pop masses. That's what I always said Scallon and Icy felt like, and what do you know? Outside of a few of the songs, that's what it ended up being. Josh Dunn's drumming does really feel like it punches through the void of Overcompensate. It's really sturdy. It definitely feels like powerful, like a roaring beast within that's finally starting to boil over. It went from a simmer to a roar. But he doesn't really get the chance to flex on him like I hoped he would, because the song, one, doesn't really call for that outside of the racing intro. And two, the fact that Tyler kind of takes center stage awkwardly with the flow changes, the rapping, and some of the singing, and the rapping on this song doesn't really work for me. Bless your ear holes while you react, acting gobsmacked. Don't hesitate to maybe overcompensate. I feel like I was just here, same twitching in my eyes. Don't sleep on a boy who could fall asleep twice in the same night. That feels like something I would have written for a rap battle in 3rd grade, like me and my friends are outside on the playground and it's like, oh yeah, well I was gobsmacked between the ears and no comeback your mom. There's so many references stacked upon references at this point. It's just like the Taylor Swift effect and the Taylor Swift problem, rather, I should say. Too many Easter eggs. Where is the actual content? What I'm saying is that if all we're doing is keeping eyes and ears open, looking constantly for clues and for lore dump, which we got 4 minutes of the week before Overcompensate dropped.
I am a citizen of DEMA, a circular cement city in the lower portion of an otherwise wild and green continent trench.
I kind of hate that they dropped all the lore. Like, after a year, your fans had it all together. They had it all right, as proven by the video and the narration from Tyler himself. But it's a little bit weird. It's like watching a recap for an entire season of TV, and it's like, whoa, I didn't know that I needed all of that, dude. Did I need all that? It's like exposition in a movie. They're over-explaining it to the audience, and it's like, man, the audience is clearly very, very intelligent. They pieced all this together. We pretty much all know. It's readily available on the internet. Is it nice that it's confirmed in all in one place? Depends on who you ask. The music video definitely has some cool stuff going on. I think the visuals are pretty great, and obviously at the end, the jaw-dropping moment is that they are back in Trench officially. It's seen on the album cover, right? Blurryface is burning in the flames of Overcompensate and Clancy, the new record, out May 17th. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how the fans receive this, explore this. If this album, Clancy, ends up being a letdown after 10 years of paying attention to what the fuck was going on, or in my case, at least kind of trying to for the sake of the content that I make, I'm just not the type of person that really cares all that much about the lore. I want to listen to the music. I want to be able to enjoy the music, for it to stand on its own 2 feet. And sitting here just repeating the song, listening to it, watching the music video, looking for the clues, and even listening to the edit of the song, which I do prefer because it gets to it a little faster, but then again, it trims off some of the epic intro. I don't know, I'm torn. In the chorus, Tyler sings, "I said I fly by the dangerous bend symbol. Wait, what? Don't hesitate to maybe overcompensate." And all I'm thinking, a symbol, a bend symbol? Are we water bending? Are we Avatar, the last Tyler bender? That was awful. No, you can't put that in, John. No matter what I think, album 7 or 6, depending on who you ask, because Regional at best is just a glorified mixtape, but I guess I'll be ranking it anyways whenever I do my 21 Pilots ranking this fall. This is a band, a duo with a lot of chutzpah, a lot of inertia, but I don't know if the tides are ever in their favor headed into Clancy. It's not the strongest start. I'm somewhere in the meh zone on this one. What do you guys think about Overcompensate? Let me know in the comment section down below if you thought it was a banger, it was a swing and a miss, you're somewhere in between. I'm definitely feeling split right down the middle on this one, and it's unfortunate, but if you want to check out all of my TOP content, tap the playlist above me, hit the like button, subscribe for the love of music, and I'll see you soon.